Thank you for joining in, Abhinav. Heartiest congratulations. Kudos to you and your team for getting into the next orbit of growth.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia ji. Very good evening to you.
Wonderful. So you have a legacy of about 50 years and you command your presence in about 35 countries. So take us back to this spark. How did it start and how did a local vision translate into beautiful global footprint?
So my Dadaji essentially started mining in central India. And ever since the last 5 decades or more than that, we and our family, our extended cousins, have always been into construction equipment and mining industry space. So me being a mechanical engineer, my father being a mechanical engineer, it comes naturally to us about the heart and health of machines, I would say. So understanding about machines is something we've already always had since, better part of the century. And now we just when I entered the business, we took it to a global stage and really utilized the Indian engineering expertise and the ecosystem available in a great market like India, and took this expertise, used that into refurbishment, used our family legacy, and took it to the global stage. So essentially, that's what we've done.
Excellent. So you're the largest exporter of equipment and three-star export house. So what does it mean for you? I mean, what does it talk about your operational depth and your the trust you built over the years?
Well, I think both the awards or titles or whatever they are, I mean, they just come with trust. And we like to say something that our biggest exports is trust. Trust is the biggest exports that we make. And to become a three-star export house, all you need is recurring, regular, repeat orders from overseas customers. And us having that status awarded by the government really just means that we've been able to successfully achieve that. And our customers have really shown trust in us. And it's a happy coincidence that we became the largest exporter in our field in the process of satisfying the needs of our customers, I would say.
All right. So you're serving the entire value chain, right, from sourcing to refurbishment to exports. So what is the secret sauce?
Well, I think there's no secret sauce other than hard work. It's a high entry barrier business, I would say, because it requires a certain degree of engineering expertise and also perseverance, because these are large machines requiring a lot of hard work just to uh, move them from here to there, or even repair them, refurbish them, and the parts themselves are very, very big, and it is hard on ground work. Many times you have to be under the sun. So our families, you know never say no attitude, I believe, has been instilled in us. And right from the sourcing, to the deepest of the mines where there are probably no roads or anything else, and going to the end customer in the other side of the world, and in between repairing, refurbishing the machines to international standards. We do it all and without breaking a sweat, I would say. And this is the real sauce behind our success, I would say.
I second your spirits. All right. So last 9 months have seen a stellar 27% revenue growth. So what's been the key growth drivers?
I believe the growth drivers remain the same: a strong global fundamental economy, a strong Indian economy where a lot of infrastructure demand is available. And what this essentially creates is a lot of machines for us to purchase. The pool of the purchase market is quite big. And then used construction equipment space has been a 10 lakh crores market globally. And it's supposed to grow all the way till 16 lakh crores in 2029 as per reports. So the sheer size of the market and us being able to incrementally capture each and every customer that we have and grow in each and every region that we are present, and then increasingly trying to get into new regions. This strategy, this effort, I believe, is translating year on year, and that's what we can really see with this 27% growth. And this is what has achieved us this growth.
So, so you made a very bold move recently. You've talked about 70 CR inventory overseas. So is this your competitive moat or your strategic advantage?
Well, I believe we've always looked at ourselves as a global company. And that's what we are doing essentially. We are utilizing the engineering skills and engineering expertise of Indians and the Indian ecosystem in the market and the economy and exporting that globally. So we made a conscious decision to place our inventory closer to our customers, which will obviously help us go higher up in the value chain. And as in the past commentaries, we have already stated that we target to increase our operating margins. And I believe this is the best way to move up the value chain and sell directly to the destination markets, being closer to them as much as possible and to the end users. So this was a conscious decision. Another aspect was with the IPO proceeds and liquidity that we had, we prudently utilized, and with the market size, we had the opportunity to utilize that to buy machines, refurbish them, and we were able to successfully make them ready for international standards and export them overseas as well. So that is what has resulted, our inventory going up from 10 to 15 crores on a consolidated basis in previous periods, and now all the way jumping enormously to 70, 80 crores, in this current period.
Fantastic. So there's a lot of value beneath the surface. I mean, there's a lot of inventory which has to be unlocked. So how do you see it as a true potential? How does the market can look at it?
Well, construction equipment is the easiest financeable or easiest liquidable product. I mean, if someone without a bank account wants to buy a construction machine, probably a JCB backhoe loader, he can just go to the dealership store. There'll be a person outside. He'll open his bank account immediately with his fingerprint and Aadhaar card, and then he'll open his PAN card. He'll get his civil score, and then maybe in 4 hours, the person can walk away with a JCB backhoe loader, getting it financed as well. So this basically shows us that the product in itself, the industry in itself, is very easily liquidable, and what that essentially creates is any inventory wherever it is, whatever it is, it's highly liquidable. So now when we have a product segment where it's refurbished machines and it's lying closer to the target markets, it's always very high and lucrative in value. And whenever it gets realized in the coming periods to come, I think it will translate definitely directly into our bottom line and top line both. And behind all the accounting, elimination requirements and criteria, etc., of consolidation, etc., I think the balance sheet itself is getting strengthened and it's getting heavier and heavier, and on the good side, because without addition of any liabilities, we're adding inventory, which is on the right side of the balance sheet. So that really creates value, I would say.
Sure. Very beautifully articulated. What is the next level of magnitude? How do you see yourself in next 3 to 5 years on the global
Well,
map?
well, we are exporting machines, buying and selling machines, and refurbishing machines in over 35 countries across all 6 continents. I think with the still small size of our company, we've been able to have a good network coverage, and now we have to utilize the existing distribution network that we have created over the years, becoming three-star export house, the India's largest exporter in our field, and push capital and most importantly, professional management and team through these networks, and then incrementally just utilize um, and see how does this multiply. And with the launch of our own brand, Hexel, which is involving a lot of cross-selling to our existing customers and existing distribution, because I believe distribution is the key in any business. And once we have that, we can really push any product, especially if it's good enough, with our expertise, our legacy, our engineering backgrounds to these markets and get good enough results. So in the next 2 to 3 years, our vision remains the same to double or triple up our revenue from here on, 2 to 2.5 times, 3 times, something like this. And in the next 5 to 7 years, our vision again remains the same to have, a 2,000, 3,000 crore revenue base, utilizing the existing network we have, growing our existing network. And all this will really happen, when we transform our company into the next phase of growth by having teams and not just having more hands on board, but more brains on board in the company as well, and we need extra thinkers who can really drive this growth.
Oh, more power to you. So,
Thank you.
what's your approach to sustainability?
Well, I believe our very business model is at core, a sustainable business model, and the entire purpose of having refurbished machines is not to have new resources wasted on something that can be done with the old resources in the existing manner by renovating, refurbishing them. 3R, which is the concept of reuse, recycle, refurbish, is also a core part of our business model. We're in the sustainable business model because we are giving new life to the old machines and turning garbage to gold essentially. And that's what we're really doing.
All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you and wish you a stellar
Thank you so much.